It's 7 p.m., or at least it is where we're at.
All right, quiet on the set.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're live!
Let's start the party.
Broadcasting around the world.
Our broadcasting.
This is your number one internet station. The music you love right here, right now.
Our broadcast link.
It's another live broadcast. Special edition. Now your hosts, Rob and Jerry.
Hey, well, Happy New Year, as they say. I know it's not January the 1st. It's actually January the 7th. But it's our first broadcast of the new year, and we want to say hello and welcome to everybody here to Polkas After Dark, the Saturday evening edition at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Or at least that's where we're at anyhow. Hey, we want to say hello to everybody. Thank you so much for everybody who attended last week's, gosh, it's last week already, last week's New Year's Eve and New Year's Day extravaganza. And we're going to be talking live with Mr. Jeff Yash in, about a half an hour or so. We're going to be getting him on the phone because he wants to say some thank yous to everybody who attended. And, we've got a great weekend lined up because Mr. Chris Bogdan is going to be joining us tomorrow afternoon for your favorite musician of all time interview. And here's a song by Energy, one of the bands that he performed with.
Lubiał, szupajdi, szupajda, bo ja bardzo ją kochał. Szupajdi, aj szupajda, szupajdi, aj szupajda, każda panna późida. Szupajdi, aj szupajda, każda panna da. Późida, późida i co by nie dała. Szupajdi, aj szupajda, każda panna późida. Szupajdi, aj szupajda, każda panna da. Oboje, szupajdi, szupajda, jak jedynie jak moje. Szupajdi, aj szupajda, jutro znów się spotkamy. Szupajdi, szupajda, razem się zabawimy. Szupajdi, aj szupajda, szupajdi, aj szupajda, każda panna późida. Szupajdi, aj szupajda, każda panna da. Późida, późida i co by nie dała. Szupajdi, aj szupajda, każda panna późida. Szupajdi, aj szupajda, każda panna da.
the tune by Energy. That's one called Shoot by D, Shoot by Die. Hey, thanks so much again for joining us here at Polkas After Dark. We're starting to get a good crowd in here for a Saturday evening. And once again, we're going to be talking live in about 25 minutes or so with Mr. Jeff Yash. Maybe Mr. Pukowski will be joining us as well. What do you think, Jerry? Do you think he's gonna make an appearance at all?
Maybe.
I think he will. As a matter of fact, I think this is him now.
Well.
I think that was the joke of the whole event.
It sure was, and it was priceless.
Anytime nobody knew what to say, they would just say, well.
Hey, we're going to say hi to some folks here that are joining us in the chat rooms. Brother Tommy Hoke down in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. We're going to say hello and Happy New Year to you, sir. Also, Ryan Compton in Michigan. Kenny Brandt, he's here. Also, Tyler Wasomski. Karen Hootie in Chicago. Let's see here. Looks like Linda Yurkowski. She is joining us. Also, Juliana Butrin. Hello to you. Missy Vinka Woods. Missy, Happy New Year. Mr. Joe Michelik is joining us from Buffalo, Tonawanda's area. We want to say hello to you and Happy New Year to you and your wife. Mr. Greg Russo is out in Albany, New York. And let's see, who else do we have here?
We have my mommy.
Your mom's on?
Listening in today.
Is she really?
She is. She's listening and watching. So hello to you, Mommy. And I think Karina's still with her. So hi. We love you.
Hey,
and miss you. Bunches.
That is cool. And I think she got her brand new internet.
She did.
So now she is streaming us on YouTube. And it's and it's perfect. Just perfect. Oh, gosh, let's see. Who else do we want to say hi to? We said hi to Greg Russo, also Alice Fischler. And why don't you go ahead and mention a couple of folks there on YouTube?
Larry Kubiak's with us.
Hey, Larry.
Jill just joined us over on Facebook. Jill, hi to you. We miss you already. Rick Kordakowski's here.
Uh-oh.
He's been hanging out. We have Vincent Sosnowski.
And Marie.
I was getting there.
Okay.
Chris Tansky's with us over there as
Hello,
well.
Chris.
Happy New Year to you. Erica Belinda McMaster, she is joining us. And Gilboy Trumpage is with us as well.
All right.
As well as Alice Fischler.
Okay. Karen Vishneski Graves has joined us, so we want to say hello to her. Also, Happy New Year to Karen Savaggio out there in Wisconsin. And also Jan Dressler. We're going to say good evening to you, Jan, and also Wes Walheim. He's here. Hey, let's bring up another song that features Chris Bogdan on the concertina. Hey, these guys rocked the house on New Year's Eve, and that was at the beautiful Embassy Suites, hosted by Puko Yashu. And we're going to be talking live with Jeff in just a little while as he wants to say a brief thank you to everybody who attended.
Muzyka tu uczana świata, kiedy nam krowani ja wybierata, jest jak przeżyje przez wiosny i wlecie, wesoło było na całym swym świecie. Słodki skąd syn, żurawiek płciska, nie płacił tych więcej. Kupiłbym serca swe, muzyka wygrała. Każdy się bawił do białego rana. Góralska muzyka tu uczana świata. Dzięki dom krowani, ja wybiję lata. Jeszcze jak dziewczynie przez nocy w lecie. Wesoło było na całym świecie.
Yeah, and they did a fantastic job last weekend, didn't they, Jer?
They did.
They rocked the house, and so did a band called The Beat. The Beat 3.0. We had a lot of fun with those guys too, and we're going to send a song out to everybody that attended the festivities. As a matter of fact, I want to bring up a song by The Beat. Jerry, why don't you go ahead and make mention of some folks in the other areas here that have just popped on.
We have Ray Bajuic Jr., Chris
Hey, Ray.
Curtis, Andrew Ratajczyk, and hopefully Megan's tuned in too. We had a great time with you guys. Thank you so much for being part of the party. I saw the video of Andy jamming with the band.
Yeah.
That was really awesome to see.
Yeah, he enjoyed himself, as you could plainly see.
Carol Lazarik's with us.
Hey, Carol. And Chris Curtis has just joined the crowd here as well.
Beverly Nibel.
Beverly Nivel, Audrey. Audrey is here. Audrey Pelchinsky. Mr. Steven Notham is here as well. So, as we mentioned, we are going to play a tune right now. One of my favorite songs. Mr. Costa was kind enough to send this out to me. It's a song called It Only Hurts Me When I... Oh, geez, I missed that. It only hurts me when I cry.
The only time I feel the pain is in the sunshine or the rain, and I don't feel no hurt at all unless you count when teardrops fall. I tell the truth except when I lie. It only hurts me when I cry. You couldn't tell it by the smile, but my recovery took a while. I worked for days and nights on end just to walk and talk again. You can't believe the time it takes to heal a heartache once it breaks. The only time I feel the pain is in the sunshine or the rain, and I don't feel no hurt at all unless you count when teardrops fall. I tell the truth except when I lie. It only hurts me when I cry. Oh, maybe every now and then I have a small heartache again. You wouldn't know to look at me. There's tiny scars that you can't see. It was a struggle to survive. I'm probably lucky I'm alive. The only time I feel the pain is in the sunshine or the rain, and I don't feel no hurt at all unless you count when teardrops fall. I tell the truth except when I lie. It only hurts you when I cry. The only time I feel the pain is in the sunshine or the rain, and I don't feel no hurt at all unless you count when teardrops fall. I tell the truth except when I lie. It only hurts me when I cry.
Another band that set the world on fire on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. That's Michael Costa and the Beat 3.0. Hey, speaking of Michael Costa and the Beat 3.0, you know, we've got a fantastic interview tomorrow with Mr. Chris Bogdan. And it looks like we have finally secured the guys, not only from the Beat, but we've got some other fantastic musicians that are going to be blessing us with their, or gracing us with their blessings, I should have said. Yeah, that would work too. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the people that are going to be entertaining us this year. On, let's see, January the 15th, that's a week from tomorrow. That's going to be Mr. Nick Yash, accordion player for the Beat 3.0. The week after that, Sebastian Seabass Pukowski. He's going to be joining us here, a.k.a. what were they calling him?
No, I was going to say Rico Suave. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't Rico Suave. It was, oh, come on. Jeez. Somebody's going to chime in there,
goodness.
I know. Probably Jill's going to chime in there. Not Julio. No. See, now I'm having a...
I kept thinking Rico Suave every time somebody said something to him.
No. But let's see here. So anyhow, Sebastian Bukowski joins us on January the 22nd. Hey, we're going to be entertained by Mr. Larry Walk, promoter extraordinaire. Everybody knows Happy Larry Walk from his polka shows, dating way back to the, I think he said the 70s, maybe late 60s, early 70s, from Idora Park in Youngstown, Ohio, Conneaut Lake. Just a whole fantastic bunch of people that we are going to be interviewing this coming year. Alex Yash, drummer for the Beat 3.0, is going to be joining us on February the 5th. There, of course, is no show during the big game. That's February the 12th, because everybody's going to be hovering around the... I was going to say the Christmas tree. Boy, I'm just all over the place here today. Holy smokes.
Maybe you should just play a song.
I think I'm going to do that.
Play a song.
But before we do that, we also want to say thank you to our dear Lord for taking care of number 3, Buffalo's number 3.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hamlin. He is, wow. It just amazing that he is with us. Hey, here's one called Walking with Mary Polka. Here's the new brass.
Chodzi Mania po łące, trzyma się na ręce, opłakuje swego janka zielonego, opłakuje swego janka zielonego. Nie płacz dziewczynie, płacz nie będziesz się martwić, masz ładnego synka, tyś jego matynka, masz ładnego synka, tyś jego matynka. Upłynęło 3 lata, synek pyta, gdzie tata? Powiedz, matuś miła, gdzieś tatę zgubiła. Powiedz, matuś miła, gdzieś tatę zgubiła. I już ma 16 lat, chłopiec piękny jakby kwiat, już pannę miłuje, ojca naśladuje, już pannę miłuje, ojca naśladuje. Do tańca, wszyscy do tańca, na lewo teraz.
Hey, we're going to say Happy New Year to Mr. Ivan Mayers. He's with us. Jeff Yash is saying hi, Rick, to hi, Rick Kortakowski. You already mentioned Rick, though. And let's see, who else do we have here? Carol Barron. Hey, Peter, PCM fan. It was so nice to see you and your lovely Mrs. Kimberly over there at the New Year's Eve celebration festivities. What a great time everybody had. Steve Kubit is here. Also, Barb and Al Bukowski and the Bukowski clan. They're here joining us this afternoon, or this evening, I should say. Welcome once again to Polkas After Dark. Here's Eddie Gutsa and the Polish Canadians with his daughter, Karen. Here's a tune called I'll Give My Heart to You, Polka. Hey, that's the lovely voice of Karen Gutsa, Eddie Gutsa's daughter. You're tuned to Polkas After Dark, folks, and we certainly appreciate it here. And as we mentioned, we have live on our live line right now, Mr. Jeff Yash. Jeff, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Beautiful. Well, we want to first of all thank you so much for a wonderful, wonderful weekend. It started out Friday night for us. We had a good crowd there at the bar and everybody in the hospitality suite. But why don't you take it away? Because I know you have a lot of people that you yourself would like to thank.
Absolutely, Robin. We were very fortunate first of all, with the weather, it was 60 degrees when we got to Cleveland or Independence, which is crazy, especially what happened the week before out there. And, we were very fortunate with the weather. Everybody really had a great time all weekend long. All the activities and events went off without any issues. Everybody loved Top Golf. We had about 30 people participating in our Top Golf gathering, which was right across the parking lot from the hotel. And of course, I'll rewind a little bit to Friday night with Polkas After Dark from 8 to midnight. It was a great kickoff to our weekend extravaganza. And I want to thank you and Jerry for helping us out and providing the entertainment for our guests.
Well, we certainly had a blast, that's for sure.
And we really appreciate the entertainment and the support all year long in promoting the event. That we really want to thank you guys.
It was a lot of fun, that is for sure. And your partner in crime, or your partners in crime, Mike and Carla, also Jill Cerniak, just fantastic hosts. We've got to say that, but tell everybody a little bit about what they missed as far as the dinner, the music, and so on.
Yeah, Robin. With the Top Golf, we had about 30 people with Top Golf, and then we ventured back over to the hotel where you and Robin both, or you and Jerry both, were kicking off the 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Party on Saturday as guests were checking into the hotel. And then we had the New Year's Eve dinner and dance with Michael Costa and the Beat and polka country musicians. We had a great turnout. The hall looked great. The tables looked great. And we rung in 2023 with pretty much a great party crowd. Everybody was there. They had a great time. They enjoyed the dinner. We had a midnight buffet provided for all of our guests as well.
That was very, very nice of you to do that, by the way.
And then on Sunday was our big hair of the dog New Year's Day event with all of our activities. We started out at 9 a.m. with Father Roach from St. Cantius, right there in the Tremont area in Ohio, and he did a great job with the Mass. And Sebastian Pukowski and Michael Pukowski provided the church music for us, and they did a fantastic job.
Yes.
And then at 10 o'clock, Sandy Earl worked her yoga group in one of our hospitality suites. She had about 15 people participating in yoga. Very nice turnout. And everybody raved about the expertise that Sandy provided with the yoga. So we're very fortunate to have had Sandy work the yoga group.
Yeah.
And then our Bloody Mary party with DJ Bruce Zamorski, went off without a hitch. It pretty much set the stage to our transition to our bingo, which occurred from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And we had a great turnout. That was a lot of fun. We had about 30 or 40 people involved in our bingo with our final big cash prize. We had about 7 or 8 cash prizes. Our final cash prize for our bingo, the last bingo card, was $600.
Oh, wow.
And a group from Wisconsin won that bingo prize. So we were happy that they went home back to the cheese state with $600.
Great.
And then we transitioned right to the hall from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. with Michael Costa and the Beat and Hank Kuzevich and the Polka Family Band, where they wowed the crowd.
Now, Jerry and I were unable to stick around for the festivities on Sunday, but from what we saw on Facebook, all the videos that everybody was posting, both bands did exceptionally well. You had your jam session there in the evening, which was also nice. And again, we can't thank you enough. If you people weren't there, you missed it. You missed a great time. And hopefully, I don't know, are you guys thinking about maybe doing something this year or next year, 23 or 24, Jeff? Have you guys talked at all?
We did. We've been talking to the hotel to try to see if we can possibly lock down next or this coming year, 2023 into 2024. We'll know more in about a week. But it's great to hear all the positive comments about the weekend. Everybody just had a blast. They really liked the hotel, and just everything being really convenient and right in one spot. So we are, we're talking about it. We're hoping we can possibly do something again there next year, but more to come on that, Robin.
Well, great. Well, again, we can't thank you enough. As Scrubby used to always say, thank you from the bottom of our serce. And just a great time that everybody enjoyed, everybody that was there. And the folks that weren't there, well, they missed out on one whale of a time. Hey, Jeff, thanks again for taking the time to share with us this evening. And we do want to wish you guys the very best of the new year into 2023. We're already 7 days into it, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun this year.
Absolutely. And again, thank you and Jerry and Polkas After Dark for your ongoing support for our event. We really appreciate the time and effort you guys took place, and you were really involved in our event, and we really appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity to do it. We had a lot of fun, and right now we're going to have a lot of fun here with Buffalo's Concertina All-Stars. Here's a tune called Irene's Polka.
Serce warto było, tak jak zegarek. Przyjechałem do ciebie, Irenko. Powiedzcie mi, Irenko, powiedz mi, dziewczę, czy ty jeszcze moja tu przyjechał? Lubiłem cię pierścioneczek, złoty Irenko, i na zawsze będę ciebie kochał. Żebyście mnie nie zamężaczała, żebyście mi wierną była, tak jak do ciebie, żebyście mnie Irenko kochała. Ja cię powiem, chłopcze, szczerze, jak ja cię kocham, żyć na świecie nie mogę bez ciebie. Jak mnie kochasz tak, jak mówisz, mój kochaneczku, będzie miło twoje, tak jak niebie.
Hey, that's one off of the live recording with the Buffalo Concertina All-Stars. Right now, let's bring up Bruno Mikos and the Harmony Stars. Here's one called Lost My Girl Polka.
Biegnę góralską gorankiem, gdy się świat daleki. Oj, żegnam cię,
śpiewać Janka, a Kurolka zapomniała od słowa kochanka, a Kurolka zapomniała od słowa kochanka. Mija rocek, góra wraca, ma nadzieję w sercu, że się z lupą są połączy na ślubnym kowiercu, że się z lupą są połączy na ślubnym kowiercu. Poszedł góral do kościoła, widzisz jak ma wszędzie, i pytał się kościelnego, co tu dzisiaj będzie. I pytał się kościelnego, co tu dzisiaj będzie. Ły góralu, ja ci mówię szczerze, że pomiłu narzeczoną dzisiaj nie bierze, że pomiłu narzeczoną dzisiaj nie bierze.
Hey, that's a little bit of Bruno Mikos and the Harmony Stars, and if I'm not mistaken, that concertina sounded exactly like Richie Benkowski. You know, that would be a great guy to bring on for an interview sometime this year. We're going to have to see what Richie is up to. Hey, folks, if you're just tuning us in, well, welcome to Polkas After Dark on our broadcast link no more. The broadcast...
Not that it's not there. We're just not hanging out
We're
there.
just not hanging out there on the weekends anymore like we used to. But we are on Facebook and, of course, our YouTube site. So we want to make sure that you guys get over there. Visit us on our YouTube site when you can. Hey, we're going to say hello to Patricia Mazer. Pat Mazer is here. Helen and Tony Vignage are tuned in from Canada. So we want to say hello to you guys. Happy New Year. God bless. Chuck Troyani is here with us as well. Chris Kazmarchek. Chris, we want to say hello to you. Oh, gosh, we've got so many people here. It is nice to see a nice crowd. Lisa Skowronek is joining us. Let's see here. Also, Deborah Burdick. She is here. Hey, Joe Michelik said, did you know Bruno Mikos attended St. Francis High School up the road from you, Robin? No, I did not know that. That is very interesting. You know, let's see, who else did we hear from that kind of grew up the street, or was Mitch Biskup, I think, was Mitch Biskup was another one that said he hung his hat down in the Hamburg St. Francis area. Also, we're going to say hi to Lisa's better half, Greg. He's tuned in with us. Donna Zielinski. So Donna and Sarah and Teresa, we want to say hello to you guys. Happy New Year. Megan Brown is finally here. She is in the chat room over at Facebook. We're also going to say hi to Debbie and Mark Burdig. Happy New Year to you guys. Lucy Kuchma has joined us. She says hello to everyone and Happy New Year. Mark Komar has just jumped in, as well as it looks like Art and Linda Gaylor. So we want to say hi to you kids. Hey, let's change it up. Get an Obetic. Here's one by Bud Hidensky and the Corsairs. Here's one called Mike's Obetic. Hey, that's Bud Hedensky and the Corsairs, one called A Little Bit of Mike's Obetic. And that, if I'm not mistaken, is Pete Piechak on the drums, the late Pete Piechak. Hey, folks, if you're just joining us, well, welcome. It's another Polkas After Dark Saturday night edition. We are here now on Saturday nights from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's 7:45 right now Eastern Time. And Jerry, do you have any people that you'd like to give a shout out to there? It looks like we've got a couple more that have joined us.
Well, I say hi to Mommy first.
Okay.
And my brother Dan, because he's on Facebook. So I say hi to my family because I love my family.
Dan is the loving son of Sylvia.
Of my mother.
Yeah, of Sylvia. So that's kind of cool.
Okay. We have Dave Lisowski joined us. He said hello to Robin and Jerry and to all. Pat Buchek just joined us. He said, good evening, Robin and Jerry. Happy New Year. And Donna Skachillis just joined us, wishing us a Happy New Year, as well as the chatters on both platforms.
And it looks like Mr. and Mrs. Dave Lubovinsky are here, so we want to say howdy to them. Once again, to Erica Belinda McMaster. Did you know that yesterday marked 13 years that Stash Belinda is no longer with us? And we're going to have a couple of songs coming up by Stash in a little bit. But right now, let's go ahead. And do you have any more people that you wanted to shout out to?
I'm good for right now.
Okay. Let's go ahead and bring up, how about the change of pace? Here's one called Going to Poland Polka.
Polacy rodacy, jedziemy do Polski. Zobaczymy miasta, zobaczymy wioski. Zobaczymy miasta, zobaczymy wioski. Zobaczymy Polskę, góry i doliny. Zobaczymy miły nasz kraj rodziny. Zobaczymy miły nasz kraj rodziny.
Hey, well, pray tell, look who's in the chat room. Barb Białe, she says, hi, I'm at home and listening in.
Cieszę, jak to miło zobaczyć krewnego, albo przyjaciela, dawno znajomego, albo przyjaciela, dawno znajomego. Cieszę, Polska nasza, droga ukochana, oczekuje na nas, jak matka kochana, oczekuje na nas, jak matka kochana. Byłem już 3 razy, Polska na wizycie i jeszcze pojadę, choć mi nie wierzycie. I jeszcze pojadę, choć mi nie wierzycie. Gdy widzisz Polskę, to będziesz szczęśliwy. Będziesz ściskał ręce twej drogi rodziny. Będziesz ściskał ręce twej drogi rodziny.
Something we don't play all the time, and we love this style of music. It's honky style. Here's Eddie Buzanczyk and the Versatones, one called Betty's Polka.
Dobrze się mi trafiło, ojca matki nie było. Ojciec matką do miasta, ja do Basi i basta. Ojciec matką do miasta, ja do Basi i basta. Matka Basi przybyła i wszystkie szyki popsuła. Ja zaraz hip zaprogi, przez ogródek i w nogi. Ja zaraz hip zaprogi, przez ogródek i w nogi. A na drugi dzień rano pomyślałem to samo. Jakby bać się zobaczyć, znowu się z nią ucieszyć. Jakby bać się zobaczyć, znowu się z nią ucieszyć. Wychodzę za stodołę, Basia idzie po wodę, a ja za nią ku studni, a ziemia za mną dudni. A ja za nią ku studni, a ziemia za mną dudni.
Hey, say hello to another Barbara. Hello, Barbara Wozniak, and Happy New Year to you down there in PA. Joanne Novakowski's tuned in. Happy New Year to you, dear. Hey, keep 'em with the honky tunes. Here's Eddie B once again, one called Y'all Come Polka. Hey, Diane and Lenny Kopka are tuned in all the way out in Chicago, Illinois.
I just bring in Josie, you let's bring in Vanja to the great big polka dance in town. Our favorite band is playing those happy snappy polkas, so we'll all be hopping up and down. You all come, you all come, there's a great big polka dance in town tonight. You all come, you all come, there'll be polka music till it's broad daylight. Aniela idzie z Fertkiem, Ruzia idzie z Władkiem, będą wszyscy dzisiaj hulali. Eciu będzie śpiewał, orkiestra przygrywać, każdy się wesoło zabawi. Zapraszam was, zapraszam was, dziś wieczorem będzie wielka zabawa. Zapraszam was, zapraszam was, będziemy poleczki tańczyć do rania. You all come, you all come, there's a great big polka dance in town tonight. You all come, you all come, there'll be polka music till it's broad daylight.
What a great way to bring in the new year on our first show of 2023 with Eddie Blazonczyk and the Versatones, a couple of honky tunes side by side there. Hey, Mr. Joe Michelik, he typed in, he says, you're going to have to excuse or please forgive my 88-year-old brain. Well, first of all, I didn't know the guy was 88 years old. God bless you. God bless you, Joe Michelik, 88. Wow, many, many more to come. Stolat, as they say, may you live 100 years. He said no, it was Mitch Biskup that he was referring to and thinking of, not Bruno Mikos. But, you know, he said, I'm so embarrassed. But you know what? You don't have to be, because a guy with your talent and your vocals, as a matter of fact, we have a beautiful waltz coming up by Joe Michelik and his orchestra. Here's one called, and I hope I don't mess this up as far as the pronunciation, but I believe it is Tij Białe Moja. Don't shoot me, Joe, if I mispronounce that. Hey, we're going to send this one out to Ma Sylvia down there in North Carolina, also to your beautiful daughter. No, the other one not sitting next to me.
Szukałem dla ciebie, żebyś była moją na zawsze. Ja jestem ubogi, nic nie mam. Tyś moja luba, ja cię kocham. Ja jestem ubogi, nic nie mam. Tyś moja luba, ja cię kocham. Mam matkę za morzem, mam nawet dwóch braci i siostrę. Dlaczego ja ciebie poznałem? Przez całe życie cię kochałem. Dlaczego ja ciebie poznałem? Przez całe życie cię kochałem. Tyś mój syneczek, dałaś mi cały twój majątek. Ja też pracowałem dla ciebie. Czemu, ach czemu zostawiasz mnie? Ja też pracowałem dla ciebie. Czemu, ach czemu zostawiasz mnie?
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. The vocals, the music, the piano. I just commented to Jerry, you guys probably saw me do this. I said, man, just listen to the tinkling of the piano keys there. Hey, Joe Michelik also mentioned here, he says, Marion Lush called me and asked me if I would let him record this tune. And of course he said yes, but man, what a great story. And you know, we were able to talk with Joe Michelik, I think it was last year, and you know, he's one of those guys that we could bring on probably again later on this year to talk about a lot of stuff, because it never gets old. He's got so many stories to share with people. But I do want to make mention of the people that are going to be interviewed this coming year, this year I should say. Already we're into 2023. Take a look at this schedule, folks. We, of course, have tomorrow with us Chris Bogdan from PCM, Polka Country Musicians. He also performed with, John Stevens and Double Shot. He played with them for a while. He has also played with, I know he filled in with the News a couple of times from Buffalo. Let's see here. Energy. And of course, he is on the board of directors with the IPA, the International Polka Association. So we want to, again, remind you, tomorrow at 5:30, we're going to be talking live with Chris Bogdan. Also, don't forget, next week and following weeks, listen to this, Nick Yash on January the 15th, Sebastian Pukowski, he's going to be with us January the 22nd, Larry Walk from Youngstown, Ohio. He's going to be here talking with us January the 29th. Also then Alex Yash, drummer for The Beat, on February the 5th. There is no broadcast for the big game, and you guys know what that is. We're not allowed to mention it. But other than the big game, but boy, it's going to be a lot of fun. We don't know who's going to be in it, but we are very, very thankful that our guys are still in the running anyhow in Buffalo. On February the 19th, Jerry and I are going to be out of town, so we're not going to be able to hang out with you guys. We apologize for that. So the 18th and 19th, there is no broadcast there. Let's see here. Rick Petrowski is going to join us on February the 26th. On March the 5th, Brian Urbansek, he's going to be chiming in with us. He's currently with the band Seven, but he has made a lot of notoriety not only with Seven, but also with the news. He performed with Focus, with his dad's band, of course, the New Direction. We've also got Mr. Jason Flynn, and Jay is here along with his wife. They're tuned in today. He says, man, I don't know if I'm going to have enough to talk about. I said, Jason, you are going to have a week's worth to talk about, so don't worry about that. He also said, hey, you know what, I'm not going to be able to drink that day. I said, well, why not? Everybody else does when they're on an interview, so it doesn't matter. Oh boy. On the 19th, we are still looking to fill that up of March. On March the 26th, Dawn Suhan Rogers, she is going to be joining us from Utah. And then we have a bunch of folks here that are not in the schedule right yet, but we are going to be talking with them live here on Polkas After Dark on a Sunday afternoon. That, of course, is Rhonda Lakowski with the Polski Chicks. Also, Emily Bizon, the bassist with the Polski Chicks. Deborah Watkowski-Bizon, the drummer, she's going to be also joining us again with the Polski Chicks. We've got Mr. Kevin Altenberg. I don't think he's ever performed with the Polski Chicks.
You never know.
We'll have to ask him. I mean, he's played with everybody else. Kevin Altenberg, concertina player extraordinaire. Actually, he's a fabulous musician all around. And speaking of all around musicians, we've also got Nicky DiSebastiano. He's going to be joining us. Danny Matea, and maybe we can get Laura to jump in at some point this year as well. Greg Sakowitz. Everybody remembers him from the Polka family. And let's see here. Geez, we've just got a whole host of people that are going to be coming on. So once again, we thank you guys so much for your support over the year. And we are going to bring up the Dynabrass right now. Here's one called My Annie Polka.
Wrong one. We're going to say good evening to Beverly Nibel.
Hey, also Evan Bozzarelli, he's here, and Vinny.
Jak całuje oczka Boże, Panna Hania, jak wiatruzie, jak całuje oczka Boże. Niedzielę w dniu pogodnym idzie Hania w stroju ładnym. Raz w niedzielę w dniu pogodnym idzie Hania w stroju ładnym. Panna Hania jak wiatruzie, jak całuje oczka Boże. Panna Hania jak wiatruzie, jak całuje oczka Boże.
Hello to Helena Garbach, also to Kathy Sargent and Patty Kushnar.
Hania dobra biła, księżkę jadła, wody piła. Moja Hania dobra biła, księżkę jadła, wody piła. Panna Hania jak wiatruzie, jak całuje
Hey, that's a sound of the Dynabrass, a tune by the Dynabrass. We're going to also say hello once again and happy belated birthday to Patty Kuznar. Also, once again, howdy to Kathy Sargent, Helena Garbach. Let's see, Steve Kubit is here. And gosh, who else did we want to say hello to?
Kim Augustine.
Oh, Kim Augustine is here, yes.
We had such a wonderful time with her and her husband, Pete. And she got me out dancing at the New Year's Eve, and it was awesome.
I love Pete's license plate. PCM fan.
Yeah,
that is just like
awesome.
So cool. Hope he never gives that up. Let's see, who else did we want to say hi to? We did say hello to Diane and Lenny Kopka. And I think we are going to kick off some more music here. You know, who wanted to hear a tune by the Brass Works? Was that Beverly Nibel?
It was.
Beverly, here's one for you. Also for Donna, Teresa, and Sarah. Here's one called That's the Story. Hey, here's Freddie Belinsky on the vocal.
O Boże, mój Boże, Tobą podsąd teraz. Kochają mnie chłopcy tylko na jeden raz. Kochają mnie chłopcy tylko na jeden raz. A jak ich szei, tak nie da kałamusić. Którzy mnie kochają, myślę ich porzucić. Którzy mnie kochają, myślę ich porzucić. Taka jest tak dola mam, la 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 la, wow! Bo ja nie mam męża. Kochajcie mnie, chłopcy, bo ja nie mam męża. Tobie świeć i mieszczą, a mnie świecą gwiazdy. Ciebie kocha jeden, a mnie kocha każdy. Ciebie kocha jeden, a mnie kocha każdy. Taka jest tak dola mam, la 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 la, wow!
Hey, say good evening to Sue Blackburn, also to Chris Evil. Nice to spend New Year's Eve with you, pal. And of course, the Friday before.
Lubię ja pić piwo, bo wódce się utopię, a moja dziewczyna gadają o tobie, a moja dziewczyna gadają o tobie. Niechaj tam gadają i bardzo zazdroszczą. Kochają mnie chłopcy, tego mi zazdroszczą. Kochają mnie chłopcy, tego mi zazdroszczą. Taka jest tak dola mam, la 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 la, hop! Jest tak to la mam, la 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 la. Well, that's our story. We're on the road.
Keep the hands going one more time. We're going to put Davey to work once again on that concertina. One called Ludzie Moje Ludzie. siwy, od sobie nie mam, gdy przyjdzie niedziela. To i ja odpoczywam, gdy przyjdzie niedziela. To i ja odpoczywam. Śniadanie na stole, matka na mnie woła, matka na mnie woła, gdy przyjdzie niedziela. Chodźcie do kościoła, gdy przyjdzie niedziela. Chodźcie do kościoła.
You're watching Polkas After Dark on our broadcast link with a C.com.
Panny moje panny, co ona, to powiecie co ona, to powiecie jeszcze dobry chłopak. Żyje na tym świecie jeszcze dobry chłopak. Żyje na tym świecie. Ludzie moje ludzie, tańcuj, jej hulon, tańcuj, jej hulon i jeszcze do tego. Trochę wam zaśpiewam i jeszcze do tego. Trochę wam zaśpiewam.
Hey, that's one called People's Polka by request. I believe Ms. Beverly Nibel wanted to hear that, or let's see who. No, it was Diane Kopka. Diane said, hey, would you play the People's Polka? And yeah, that's exactly what you heard there, Diane. We love you and we miss you, and we hope to see you guys sometime. Our paths will cross sometime this year, we guarantee. Jerry, go ahead and run over the people. Don't run over them. No. Run over the people in the chat.
I miss running people over. I miss running people over.
Run down people in the chat room. Go ahead.
We have Robert Milka, Donna Scotch, Pat Buchek, Dave Lasowski, Beverly Nibel, Flynn 4050, and Larry Kubiak over on YouTube with us in the chat room, as well as my mom over there and my sister Karina. Mwah. And then my brother Dan's over here on Facebook. We have Barb Wozniak, Diane Kopka, Donna Zelinsky with Teresa and Sarah. I'm going backwards. We'll see if I can get this right. Patty Kuznar.
Yeah.
Sorry, Patty. We have Barb Rose. Beverly Nibel's over here as well. Steve Kubit. Kathy Sargent, Barb Wozniak.
Angela Burnett is here. We want to say howdy to you, Maria Dipiatic. Happy New Year, kiddo. Also, Michelle and Joe. Gankos.
I'm not the only one who can't say names.
No, I'm watching this guy just getting run over
I
constantly.
think that is the funniest video ever.
It is, and it's on YouTube. That's the funny part. And who else do we have that we want to bombard? Once again, we thank Mr. Ray Bajiewicz Jr. for tuning us in out in Cleveland, Ohio. We understand he was a little bit under the weather. We hope he is doing well. Also, we want to say hello to Helen Ray and Carly. I understand that they had a great time on New Year's Eve. I don't know if they stuck around New Year's Day or not, but they had a great time for New Year's Eve.
It was so nice meeting people.
Yeah.
That I knew them from the broadcast and
Isn't
Facebook,
it nuts?
and then to actually meet people in person was just like, oh, now I know who you are. But it was funny because people would be waving, and I'm like, I know them. But then it was like, okay, how do I know them?
How do I know them?
What's their name? Let's see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, it's funny.
But
Hey, Joanne Novakowski, she's here. Happy New Year to you
Steve
and the
Brown
fam.
just showed up. He said, sorry, we're late. We'll forgive you. You still have 45 minutes to hang with us.
That's
so
okay.
We'll forgive you.
That's fine. Now 44, but that's okay. Hey, we promised a couple of tunes by Stash Belanda and the Average Polka Band. APB, but it should have been AAPB, Above Average Polka Band. Here's our Merry Polka. Hey, that's one by Stash Belanda. How about another?
I had this dream that I died and went to heaven, and when St. Peter opened up the pearly gates, as I looked around heaven, the sights were so amazing, but what I heard up there was something truly, truly great. 'Cause the heavens, they were filled with polka music by the greatest polka band I've ever heard. 'Cause the great ones playing polkas up in heaven were the great ones who played polkas here on earth. Yeah, the heavens, they were filled with polka music by the greatest polka band I've ever heard. 'Cause the great ones playing polkas up in heaven were the same ones who played polkas here on earth. So I asked St. Peter, I said, St. Peter, can I stand and play a few tunes with these guys? And he just shook his head and said, no, it's still not time for you to join the rat. He said, my work with polkas back on Earth's not finished, but when it is, then he'd invite me back. Then someone said, hey, Stash, before you leave us, tell our friends back home that we are doing fine. And tell them every time that they hear polka music, they should think about the band up in the sky. Then the heavens filled with sounds of polka music by the greatest polka band you've ever heard. 'Cause the stars that shine so brightly up in heaven were the stars that shine so brightly here on earth. Yeah, the heavens, they were filled with polka music by the greatest polka band I've ever heard. 'Cause the great ones playing polkas up in heaven were the same ones who play polkas here on earth.
Hey, two back to back. You know what would be really cool?
A third one.
No, not a.
Why not?
Well, okay. Hey, Jen Novak. We are going to say hello to you, my dear. Gosh, we've got Jen Novak. Yes, now, yes.
There is a party, well, the time just seems to fly. You just get through with your hellos, you're saying your goodbyes. Before the joint stops rocking and before the cops start knocking and before your girl leaves with another guy. Let's party. Let's party hardy till the party's over. A soiree with some good old folks we know. Let's make some noise and pour a few more cold ones. Then raise some hell before it's time to go.
Hey, let's try this again for Jen Novak Januszewski. How about that? That might do it.
The fight with Bubba, and he threw me through the door. My designated driver's laying passed out on the floor. Before the room starts spinning and before I soil the linen, do you think that you can pour me just one more? Let's party. Let's party hardy till the party's over. A soiree with some good old folks we know. Let's make some noise and pour a few more cold ones and raise some hell before it's time to go. Let's party hardy till the party's over. A soiree with some good old folks we know. Let's make some noise and pour a few more cold ones, then raise some hell before it's time to go. Let's party hardy till the party's over. A soiree with some good old folks we know. Let's make some noise and pour a few more cold ones and raise some hell before it's time to go.
Hey, there you have 3 in a row by Stash Belanda. It doesn't get any better than that, does it?
Yeah, it
You're
could.
not going to say play
It really could.
No, you're
I
not
think
gonna.
one more.
Hey, it's Shanda time!
Well, we got to play this one because this one really kicks some butt.
Singing polkas. Stash Balanda's in the shanda with his friends, singing all those oldies and the goodies, with hammer saw and with the polka band.
I really like to sing out in the shanda. I really like to sing there all the time. There's nothing like the taste of Polish whiskey with just a hint of pain and turpentine.
Hey, Mr. Michael Nowakowski in Chicago. We're going to send it out to you and your lovely missus. Happy New Year to you. Yeah, 4 in a row. Don't do it.
I won't.
Don't do it. 4 in a row, that's fine. Hey, Stash, we're thinking of you. We know you're looking down upon us. And, boy, I'll tell you what, we need people like you right now. That's for sure, because we need, well, how do I say this? We need some direction. And, boy, that's one thing we don't have right now. Hey, but these guys sure have direction. Here's the Dynatones. Boy, that didn't make sense at all, did it?
None.
Hey, for Mr. Milka, he requested this one. Rob, Happy New Year to you. Thanks so much for your friendship all these years. And we are so glad to have you here at Polkas After Dark.
Tutaj w Chicago są ładne zgrabne panienki. Łący w Chicago tylko są zgrabne kobietki. Łący w Chicago tylko są zgrabne kobietki. Pili się pili, sobotę wieczór do rana. Przy każdym jedna dziewczyna jedna płakała. Przy każdym jedna dziewczyna jedna płakała. Nie płacz dziewczyno, droga jedyno, nie smucie. Stoi tam winko na pisie. Stoi tam winko na pisie. Winka nie pije, piwka nie lubię, głośniej jest. Przy siebie jedna dziewczyna biedna, piwka jest. Przy siebie jedna dziewczyna biedna, piwka jest.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Larry Trojak on the vocal with the Dynatones off of the Livewire recording. I can't remember how many copies that Dave Zahowski said from Wham Records that he said that they did, but man, it was a lot of those sold. Hey, we're going to bring up a really cool version of another polka rockin' weekend. This one has a little bit of Nashville flair to it.
fever's gonna grow. You rock with polka rhythm in your song.
I think of polka weekends that I've spent with pretty girls, my bunnies, all my friends. And my friend, I say to you, with this statement very true, a weekend's not complete till you go to
another polka rockin' weekend, a Nashville polka weekend. We can party till the weekend's through. That's the craze, it's the new trend, a Nashville polka weekend, a polka weekend just for me and you. That's the craze, it's the new trend, a Nashville polka weekend, a polka weekend just for me and you.
Hi, this is Ryan and Didi O'Grodney in Nashville, Tennessee
And you're watching and listening to our dear friends Robin and Jerry
on Polkas After Dark.
We love you guys.
Polka rockin' weekend, a Nashville polka weekend. We can party till the weekend's through. That's the craze, it's a new trend. A Nashville polka weekend, a polka weekend just for me and you.
What a really cool rendition of that tune, another rockin' polka weekend. This one taking place in Nashville, which it did, and I got a funny feeling they're going to be doing some more of those gigs too down there in Nashville, Tennessee. Hey folks, we've got, 8:34 p.m. Eastern Time right here, Polkas After Dark. We also want to remind you, do not forget that we're going to be talking live with Chris Bogdan tomorrow afternoon. He's going to be joining us at 5:30, but the broadcast is from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Sunday afternoon. So please join us, because we got a lot to talk about with Chris, not only about his musical talents, the bands that he's played in, the places that he's gone. He even runs shindigs now down at the Kinloch Fire Hall. So he's going to be telling us about that. And of course, we're going to hear a lot about the IPA upcoming 2023 edition. That's going to be a lot of fun here too. Hey, Polkas After Dark is what you're tuned to. And I don't know if the young lady, Gail Wojtowicz, that we got a chance to spend a lot of time with over the New Year's holiday, I don't know if she's here or not, but she loves this band. Here's Box On, one called I Want Someone. Hey, Richie Coyce, good evening to you also, Vicky Collager. Hey, once again, Mr. Komar. Hey, Mr. Bob Calvert, he is front and center. Happy New Year to you, Bobby, also. It looks like Mr. Steve Brown and Mom Adeline are tuned in.
To hug and call me sweetheart. I want someone to let me take his name. A special guy to take my love and not lead me astray. A special guy who'd never go away. I want someone to hug and call me sweetheart. I want someone to say I am his wife. And we'll live in love together and our hearts will be as one. We'll share our dreams until the day is done.
Hey, attention, Sylvia. Do you know where this picture was taken, huh? Bet you do. I know Karina knows. Hey, that's the sound of Box On I Want Someone, an old Sounds tune. Hey, if you're just joining us, well, that's a shame because we're done in just about 20 minutes. And to bring the show to a close, we've got to do this for 2023. Yeah, we're going to have Richie Tokarz with his adult medley, so you got to make sure you stay tuned for that, folks. And also make sure that if some people that you know aren't tuned in right now, well, give them a call. Tell them they got to tune it in because we're going to be doing a live version of Richie Tokarz with Eddie Blazonczyk as we've done in the past couple of years. But what a great way to close out 2023's first broadcast here. We're going to say hello to Liz and Rick up in Canada. Let's see who else has tuned in. It looks like Jen and Ricky Pianowski. We're going to say howdy do to you guys. And once again to, who else did we have here that jumped in that I had forgot or maybe I missed? Let's see here. Oh, Aaron. Aaron Soka. We're going to say hello to Aaron. Aaron is here. Angela once again is tuned in, so we want to say hello to everybody in Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio, all of our friends and neighbors. And again, what a great New Year's Eve that Jerry and I had with some friends. We made some new friends, people that were coming up to us saying, hey, we watch you guys on YouTube and Facebook and we love the broadcasts. Well, we can't thank you guys enough. There's a lot of people that don't even jump into the chat room that watch us, which is kind of interesting. So there's lots more folks out there. And again, what did Jen say? Party time? Hello. It's 8:40. Listen, Jen, we're going to be heading out to Walmart after this because we've got to do some quick shopping. But before we do that, I also have to play this song. Jerry knows this is one of my favorites, and we didn't do it New Year's Eve. We didn't do it the Friday night before New Year's Eve, but I got to play it now. Here's Freeze Dried. Yes, sirree, Mr. Kevin Altenberg and I had a great conversation about this song. I believe Joey wrote this. Hey, Tony Vinyarz is in the house. Happy New Year to you and happy Saturday, Tony.
Well, I just seen the seventh yellow sun climbing up the mountainside. Had a drink, slid back down. He asked me if I'd seen his bride sitting around. To let him know, he told me so. Tomorrow would be a sunny day. And I just seen the seventh yellow sun crying his eyes out in the rain. Looked in her eyes, into the skies it comes the rain.
Hey, Jerry, you didn't know this, but I went up as Liz and Rick were dancing, and I said, hey, could you close your eyes and just picture Eddie B? I forget what song they were playing, but, I think it was Under the Oak Tree. I said, could you remember that? Watching them live at Seven Springs, Eddie B and Richie Tokarz singing Under the Oak Tree together.
And I've just seen the seventh yellow sun. I know where she's been, seen what she's done. I asked him once, he told me twice. Run with your heart, you'll pay the price. Just let her go. I wish I'd known tomorrow could be a sunny day. Well, I've just seen the seventh yellow sun crying his eyes out in the rain.
one of my favorite tunes, but everybody kind of knows that by now that tunes into the broadcast. Hey, Liz and Rick, I hope you guys are still on, because guess what I found? Everybody that remembers Blazonczyk and Tokarz singing this way back when. I don't care what year it was, what era it was, but if you close your eyes, you're going to remember these two singing this song. Yeah, that was a good evening. Those were the days. How do they say it? And even even Diane Kopka says goosey bumps. Yeah, you got that right, kid. Classic and awesome. Tony Vinyarz commented. He says, man, again, those were the days. Even Liz just jumped on and said, awesome. Yeah, those were definitely the days when you'd stand in front of the band. The hairs on the back of your neck would just stand. I have hairs on the back of my neck. You don't? Well, yeah, I guess you do. Hold on a second. Let me check. Yep, you do.
Keep your hands out of my screen.
Yeah, that's right. See, we're not. People really don't know that. Some of the people that got a chance to see us do a live broadcast, they're coming behind the scenes and saying, "Hey, how do you guys do that?" So, that's how you do it. So it was kind of neat.
I thought the cutest thing was when we kissed, because we kiss before we start every show.
Yes, we do. Yeah, that's right.
Right as the music starts, we do our kiss, and then we go into the show.
And nobody sees that.
And everybody there were like, "Aww."
But they saw it. Yeah, that was kind of cool. Hey, one more tune here. Let's do this with Eddie B, and then we're going to bring up Richie for his adult medley, which is always cool. But let's bring up one more song by Eddie B. And the Versatones. Here's one called the Up and Down Polka, Z Góry Jedź, and we are going to send this out to Brother Tom.
Szanuj, sto duele na samym lepisku, chciał mnie pocałować i dostał po pisku, chciał mnie pocałować i dostał po pisku. Czwartej myśli płakała dziewczyna, jak mi miała płakać. Posła za starego, co nie mógł z nią skakać. Posła za starego, co nie mógł z nią skakać.
Okay, folks, we're going to wind it down here. As we always say towards the end of the show, we thank you so much for tuning us in. If you've been listening in your car,
thanks for the ride.
Hey, folks, you're tuned to Polkas After Dark. We do appreciate it. We love you for it. And please make sure that you join us tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, for another Polkas After Dark as we get a chance to talk with Mr. Chris Bogdan. And that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to end the show out just a little bit early here, but here's a tune featuring Mr. Richie Tokarz on the vocal. Everybody loves this. Going to send it out to Les and Alice Kapuscinski. Thanks again, Les, for getting some photos over to us for tomorrow's broadcast with Mr. Chris Bogdan. Don't forget again, tune us in tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Then again, next week, Saturday, we're going to have a lot of fun, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We thank you guys for tuning in. Here's Richie.
Co liczysz, czego zawsze mordę dziesz? Nie dasz wypić, nie da spać, a kerażny nie da zbrać. Ty do ręczki pawole, a co zrobił w stodole? Zrobiłeś mi tam kupę, za to kopnę cię w dupę. Nie piernę przestawić, choć ci będę w mordę bić. Jak ty przyjdziesz pijany, będziesz spał ze świniami. Nie będziesz mi tu siedział, nie będziesz mi tu śmierdział, nie będziesz ty pieronie, więcej w domu mi pierdział. Życie ma baksycie i chłopak się chwila. Oj, czakre cholera, upił się jak świnia, upił się jak świnia i cieści jak żaba. Oj, czakre cholera, przeklina go baba, przeklina go baba, bo powódkę pije. To jest na cholera, jak się mordę zbije, jak się mordę zbije, wygonię na pole. Będziesz ty, cholera, zwykłym spał w stodole. Hej! Ale czy to czakra, a to szczęście? Oj, ty babo, co ty chcesz, czego zawsze mordę dziesz? Nie dasz wypić, nie da spać, kerażny nie da znać. Ty do ręczny pawole, a co zrobił w stodole? Zrobiłeś mi tą kupę, za to kopnę cię w dupę. Oj, ty hopnę, jak ci dam, zawsze trudno z tobą mam. Jak pień wódkę, jak pijesz, jedyne babę całujesz. Ty się drogę poproszę, choć ci będzie tu bosie, wygonię cię w pieronie, szukaj się jeden żonę. Czego padło, krzyczysz, czego się ta ciepła? Za to, że przeglina stopłodziesz do piekła. Zapiekło, nie mordę nie gadaj za wiele. Ty czakre cholera, tyś głupi jak ciele, tyś głupi jak ciele i masz brozą krwi. Oj, czakre cholera, to wszystko ładowatki, to wszystko ładowatki, to wszystko ładowatki. Oj, czakre cholera, baba go wierzyła. Hej! Hey, grajcie
Hütte, israelische Hütte.
Oh, yeah. You guys see me goofing around like that, but boy, those two guys on horn, Eddie Weasel Walensky and Jimmy Jershega, were two of my favorite horn players during that era of polka music with Eddie B. Hey, here's Lenny to close things out. Have you heard about my friend?
Every now and then, with paper and a pen, I push myself to write a song or two. Songs about my wife, my son, my daughter's life, and special friends I'd like to share with you. Here's one for my buddy, so talented and funny. If you recall, he stood here next to me. He made quite a name in the Polka Hall of Fame, but then he chose to exit quietly.
Have you heard about our friend? He won't be back again. He left without a chance to say goodbye. But he's in the party section of a choir up in heaven, and said to say that he's just doing fine. He said to say that he's just doing fine.
Can I condense the years and years we spent in only these few measures of a song? Memories to convey, so much more to say, an empty place on stage where he belongs. Always had some laughs, we always had some fun, and yes, we'd sure indulge in 2 or 3. But somewhere in this song, something's very wrong, 'cause he should still be singing here with me.
Have you heard about our friend? He won't be back again. He left without a chance to say goodbye. But he's in the party section of a choir up in heaven, and said to say that he's just doing fine. He said to say that he's just doing fine. Have you heard about our friend? He won't be back again. He left without a chance to say goodbye. But he's in the party section of a choir up in heaven, and said to say that he's just doing fine. He said to say that he's just doing fine.